Greetings, Inquisitors. Welcome to the Holocron. This is the week 174 update for the Darth Loquitur account. I update this account's progress every week, although I did miss a couple weeks because my job has been pretty intense this last month or so, but we should be back on track for the updates now. So please remember, as we get started, hit that like button. It does help me, and I'd appreciate it if you could do that for me. Let's see what happened in week 174. Now, we're working on the Inquisitors as our main focus, but I'm struggling to get enough Kyros to even bring those characters to Gear 12 to relic them. So I did relic Traya, and then I relicked Second Sister to relic 7, and now I got a relic Darth Nihilus here. And after that, we should be back on the Inquisitors until they're done. We make 68 bronzium wirings for the week. I go back in and I look at Malgus, and man, I have everything I need for Malgus here, and I'm just staring at this upgrade button going, man, I really want to click that thing. But in the end, I don't. So we put a Kyro on 5th Brother, get him up to Gear 11. Put some more Kyros here on 9th Sister, get her to Gear 12. And then we can just finish this character. 5 out of 6 pieces already done and ready to go. So that's nice. 7th Sister, we can go ahead and give a level here. Use up all of our Kyro. Kelleran Beq started farming him. But even just while I've started, I'm going to go ahead and get him outfitted for Territorial Wars. Now, Kelleran Beq is a bit like Qui-Gon Jinn, except for Territorial Wars. You can put the Omicron on him without needing to put a Zeta on first. He does have a Zeta that you probably really want to get eventually, but I'm just going to start out with 3-star Kelleran Beq, put some skills on him, and get him in there for Territorial Wars. I'm sure there's some stuff. And it makes a team that I already have useful, so go ahead and build him up. Mods for the week, we're working on the gray mods, and this is just a series of disappointment for us. We hit all these mods and don't hit any speed rolls. Here we got 9, but missed on the next one, so that's a swing and a miss. We got a 15 speed mod here on blue on 3 rolls. That's pretty good. We're going to go ahead and take that to 6 dots, 16 speed. We hit for 20 speed, and take it all the way up, and don't get that last roll. Here I go flat health, and I reroll potency, so I'll take that. And then I'll reroll my percent protection, and I get more speed. So 25 speed mod, not bad. We like to get one of those for the week. Here we had a 16 speed mod. We hit it again, 21, and then 22 on 6 dots, and 28 with the first slice. So 28 speed mod, fantastic. So we got a 25 speed mod, followed it up with a 28. Can't ask for much more than that out of a week. There was a mod with 11 speed, but it's on 3 rolls. We're not really impressed by 11 speed on 3 rolls. Here we've got a 16 speed mod on 3 rolls, so we'll take a look at that. But we're out of slicing materials, and that's pretty much going to be all that we can do for the week. Yep, no more slicing materials for us. I will go into the 6-dot slicing because I have some more 6-dot slicing materials. We'll sort out everything but the gold mods just to see what the very best mods are. And we hit this 21 speed mod, 5 more speed, take it to 26. So overall, really nice week for mods. We're going to work on Datacrons now. The first week of Conquest, I focus more on clearing. So go through Zone 4 by the end of the first week is my target. So I don't get quite as many upgrades my first week, and then second week we can spend a little more of the refreshes and resources on farming Datacron materials. Here we get some more dark side mechanics. We'll make 1 more Datacron here, I think, and we'll try to get some light side mechanics on it. We'll re-roll this to see if we can get something better. Here we get the light side with the percent bonuses, so we'll take that. And that pretty much runs us out of Datacron material for the week. And that's going to be about all that we can do to work on the account. All right, so let's take a look then at the stats for this week. 174, we're up to 8.78 million galactic power. We added 30,000 since last week. We got 148 relics again since the last update. We've added the Traya at Relic 1, the Second Sister at Relic 7, and then the Nihilus at Relic 1. And I put them at Relic 1 because I can just use some carbonite circuit boards. If I take them any higher in relics, then they start using up bronzium wiring. That's another bottleneck that we're always fighting with to try to get higher relic characters, so we're not going to use bronzium wiring unless it's on a journey character that we really need. So the Triumvirate got to gear 13, but they'll have to stay, lower. But it does open up some more possibilities for me with that team in Grand Arena, so I think it's a good investment. We got 132 Zetas, 17 Omicrons with that edition of the Kelleran Beq Omicron. Leia gets its top 50 in Squad Arena. I did put SLKR in there. I was trying some stuff with SLKR. Ended up leaving him in overnight for a couple days and got blasted back to like 150th place in Squad Arena. So we'll work our way back up, but we can get that if we want to. Fleet Arena, we're still getting top 5 with the Executor. GAC, we dropped to Kyber 3 right at the end. We lost the last round and put it back in Kyber 2, or Kyber 3. Project, of course, Ninth Sister's only one piece off from a relic, so we'll have that for next week. Shouldn't be a problem to achieve. The plan for next week, we're still working on that B-28 Extinction Bomber, Seer, Tarful, Saw, and Kelleran Beq's been added to the list. In Fleet, IG-12 and the Marauder. In Cantina, we got to get that 5th brother finished out to 7 stars, so we'll probably spend most of our Cantina energy on that for the next week. Mod slicing 4 days a week and mods 3 days a week, and our refresh strategy is still to do 1 extra mod refresh per day, so 4 refreshes on mods, 3 on everything else. 2024 planning, we are doing that Inquisitor journey, trying to get that finished out. After that, we'll roll into the Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. We'll talk about that here in a minute. We do have some targets for more Relic 1s if we need to build them along the way. For the Guild is the title of this next slide, and I just want to talk to you guys and see how it's working for y'all. After the Lightspeed bundles, playing this account is free to play. I wanted to get the Lightspeed bundles, get that Ray, get SLKR. It helps me. I felt like it helped the Guild. It seemed like a good play, but that did take a while, and the Guild objective at the time was Inquisitors, and they kind of looked the other way and said, well, for the people that bought the Lightspeed bundles, we'll tolerate that you guys are working on something other than the Inquisitors, but then when you're done, get those Inquisitors finished. So I'm a bit behind the curve. Most of the rest of the Guild is done with their Inquisitors, and I'm still working on them. I've only got 1 relic, so I still got 4 to go. So I need to finish up that objective and work on to the next objective with the Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. And when I was looking at the timeline for that, there's very little that I'm going to be able to do except the Guild objectives for a while. I may be able to squeeze a couple other Gear 13s here and there, but I won't be able to do much meaningful work on some of the teams that I really feel like I need to finish out. Even like the Ray team, it's not done yet, and I feel like there's more yet to do. So basically, I'm going to be building stuff for the Guild for the next few months, and I'm just wondering if you guys are in similar situations, if your guilds are sort of requiring some of the newer stuff to be built. They put new stuff in the game, and then they're putting territory battle nodes, and they're putting special events in the game where you have to have those characters to get it. And they make it worthwhile enough that you really do want to get those characters in order to get those rewards. So we're looking to cash in on the Jedi Knight Cal Kestis system in territory battles. So it'll be good for my account. I'm not complaining about the characters that I have to build, but it really does sort of lock me out of the Darth Revan, Malgus, Malicos, the new Beskar Gideon I'm going to unlock. Not this Conquest, but the next one, of course, I'll unlock that Darth Bane, and I'll want to build that for my Sith Eternal. So I feel like my account's just going to be behind for a long time. So I was considering how to get myself out of Kyro jail. And I feel like a lot of people probably find themselves in the same situation. You have to relic characters. It takes 100 Kyro pieces for every relic that you build. A lot of these characters now take 2 to 4 other Kyro pieces, so somewhere between 200 and 400 Kyro pieces just to get to Gear 12, and then you got to put another 100 on them to get them to relic. So it really is, weeks of work. And if you're putting your Kyros on your characters for a journey like Cal Kestis or the Inquisitors, that's all you can do. You don't get to build other stuff. because all these other characters also need Kyro too. So I was thinking maybe I would spend $100 on the game. Been playing free to play for a long time. Bought those Lightspeed bundles, but other than that, we've been pretty much free to play. But I've been thinking maybe I should tap into the bank account. I did some math a few videos ago on if you buy the crystals and then use them for refreshes on the node that has Kyrotech shock prods, for example, you get slightly less than you would get buying the materials directly out of the shop. But at the same time, you do get all the stuff that you farm off that node. That's a lot of Mark V data pads. And again, I'm talking about farming for the 100 cost. Farming for the 50 cost is always a good deal, but if you buy crystals so that you can do the 100 cost refreshes, it's slightly worse than the rate that you could get just by buying them out of the shop. But you get the Mark V data pads for bronzium wiring and that stuff, so it's probably worth it. So I'm thinking about maybe $20 a month or $100 or something like that, but then I'm putting money in the game, and I don't know if maybe I'm better off to just be patient and sit back and wait. So their strategy of monetizing these Kyrotechs is working. It's got me, and I'm actually thinking about spending some money just to try to get myself out of Kyro jail. So let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you guys are doing with your account. And again, I don't want to complain because the guild is asking me to do stuff. I'm just curious if it's working out a similar way for the rest of the group that's like watching me, if you find yourself spending most of your time working on guild objectives. And I think maybe that's the direction that the game has gone, more in the recent updates. And we'll see if they ever get around to fixing GAC or doing something different over there to make that game mode exciting again. So hopefully they will. That'll wrap up this week's update. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to like on the way out if you didn't on the way in. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this in the future. Notification bell to know when I'm doing my live streams. And, of course, join us over on Discord. We got a really nice Discord community, non-toxic, easy to get answers, lots of helpful people over there. There's an Ask Loquitur channel. You can ask me questions directly, and I'll get back to you with an answer when I have time to. So hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next Holocron.